So we got the soul of the rat. Listen closely, brothers and sisters. We must wear our wool proudly and show the world that plain is best. That's right, plain wool is the best wool. All of these outlandish colors and head-splitting patterns do nothing but confuse and enrage the senses. They are the product of misled individuals. And as we all know, individuals are weak, only the united are strong. Together we speak louder than a single voice. Wait, are all the colors bad then? What about grey? It's almost plain white. Grey is forbidden. Grey is a gateway to blue, and where there's blue, green isn't far behind. Then what's next? Yellow, purple, even red? Oh no, anything but red, no. Always remember, colors lead to discord, to chaos, and with chaos the wolves will come for us all. Not the wolves. Watch out, there's one right there. The nearest sheep nearly jumps out of its fleece when it notices you. I'm not a wolf, you half-wits. Maybe not, but you're different. That's just as bad. Right, boss? That's right. So what is it an outside... What is it an outsider wants with us? Are you here to tempt my flock with your anarchic ideals? I doubt you lot would have room in your heads for any more ideals. But no, I'm here looking for the black sheep. Seems her shop was burned down last night. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? That bothersome black sheep is a thorn in my side. Never heeds my warnings, always goes against what's good and proper. But I assure you, I was tending my flock all night, so I had nothing to do with her disappearance. That little sheepdog begs to differ. He says you've always had it out for the black sheep, and I'm inclined to believe him with all your prattling. Lies and slander, you have no proof of any wrongdoing. For all we know, she may have just left the kettle on. As the sheep stomp about, you notice flakes of ash leaving black marks on the cobblestone of the village square. Rouvet, looks to me like some of your flock have sooty feet. I wonder where this suspicious trail will lead. Oh, do we need unveiling powder? Yep. You sprinkle the revealing powder over the cobblestone to reveal hidden footprints, still blackened by ash. It appears as though several individuals were tracking something away from the town square last night. Oh, the thieves make you drop items. Damn it. Oh. Some more seeker vine. Nice. There's conveniently some here. struggle must have occurred here. You find the remnants of a torn burlap sack and some scattered fistfuls of wool. The footprints leading away look to be moving at a great speed, like someone was being chased. Yeah, some more. Nice. Grab some of these salts as well. Plenty of materials. Pair of lone footprints dug into this vegetable garden. You notice some footprints searching in confused directions farther afield. Black Sheep must have been trying to hide from her pursuers. Maybe she managed to throw them off her trail. Oh, I can pickpocket the townspeople. Interesting. After following the ashen trails through the back streets, you come to a dead end. Your only company is a stone gargoyle squatting atop a building corner. Stand on your tiptoes to examine the great god demon closer, noticing the lovely knitted scarf billowing around its neck. A fine garment. I could do with a new one. It's starting to get chilly. Just hope it hasn't got any that bird poo on it. As you reach up to unwrap the scarf, the gargoyle's eyes swivel in their sockets with a sound like two grinding millstones. Well, excuse me, I'm quite fond of this avian excrement actually. It adds a touch of authenticity to the whole ensemble, don't you think? Oh, I beg your pardon, I didn't realize I was speaking to a watcher. watcher. Why is that no one ever comes to watch me? I'm handcrafted from the finest block of artisanal granite, so masterfully chiseled that I came to life. Nothing on this earth or beyond has a greater claim to beauty than I, and yet day after day I sit up here and no one gives me so much as a passing glance. Or maybe if you cleaned up once in a while. Oh hush, I don't need to fake fashion tips from you. Besides, you only looked up at me because of this fabulous scarf, admit it. I was merely following this trail of sooty footprints, but now that you mention it, that scarf has a fine knit to it. You didn't happen to get it from a black sheep, did you? Why, where else would I have gotten something so swanky in this dreary little town? That black sheep is the only other person around here that appreciates good taste. Unlike that ghastly ram, always ringing that gaudy bell of his and poo-pooing everyone else's fun. This world is alive and needs a good splash of color once in a while. You know where the black sheep is then? Now hold on, how do I know you aren't another agent of banality like the ram? Just look at that skirt, so last century. You'll have to prove you're an ally of the fashion scene before I say another word. Now I've had my eyes on new shoes for ages. Why don't you just snag a pair from the village? Sure, no one will notice. Bah, those clogs aren't fit for a horse. No, I've got my heart set on elf shoes. Delicate, dainty, exquisite, and absolutely to die for. Plus I could do with a nice hat to go with my fetching scarf. Maybe some needle and thread to do some alterations. Well, what are you waiting for? The fashion scene moves too quickly to stand around idle. Okay. So we're going for the gnomes now. Gotta make sure that the thief doesn't get it. Oh fuck. I don't think he's supposed to go behind that torch there. Oh fuck. Just obliterated them. Yeah, I need more sticks. Okay, that's quite a few sticks already. Okay, then to the fields. Do I have the horn for the sowing kit? Don't. Be a gnome around here. Okay, we need to go to the beach too. So we can give the gnome a personal lament configuration. These shells. Oh, well, that's one. Fuck. Okay, let's just catch the elves. One more. I should try opening one of those mimics. No, this wasn't even a mimic. okay. Ugh, mimic's toe. And a coin. Okay, that's everything. Well, what are you waiting for? The fashion scene moves too quickly. You set the tiny footwear aside. Well, what are you waiting for? You tuck the sewing kit in a safe nook nearby. You set the little gnome hat nearby. As you present the handful of tiny clothing, the gargoyle lets out a grinding screech. What's wrong? These are simply magnificent. The excited statue seems thrilled about the elf shoes in particular. It nearly gave me a heart attack, but I don't see what's so great about those things. They're barely the size of a thimble. Ignoring you, the gargoyle slips the minuscule shoes under its wiggling toes. Oh, but aren't they just lovely? And they match my scarf. Well, I think you look ridiculous. Now tell me where the black sheep is, or I'll turn you into gravel next. No need to wrinkle up your rags. I carried her out to a secret grove in the woods to hide from the ram. Even managed to save some of her stock as well. Since you've shown yourself to be no friend to the ram, I guess I could fly you out there too. Gargoyle flexes the heavy stone wings on its back. The stocky statue doesn't seem capable of flight, but you've seen stranger things. Let's go. Stay back, the ram sent you to finish me off, didn't he? Oh crackers, I knew I couldn't trust that gargoyle to keep a secret. Oh damn, I didn't come to fleece you. In fact, I came to see why that miserable tyrant tried to run you out of town. Glance around at the rescued rolls of patterned fabrics and balls of colored yarn. All because of this lovely textile work. I never meant to cause trouble, I just wanted to make beautiful clothing. But the ram saw my work as some affront to his greater vision. He wants us all as sheep dress the same, think the same, be the same. But I don't understand, why can't we be different? Loudest voice is seldom the wisest. Tears well up in the sheep's wide-set eyes. They burned down my wool shop and tried to kidnap me, I only barely got away. Thankfully that helpful gargoyle was able to salvage some of my things from the fire. At a time like this, knitting clothing is the only thing I can do to calm my nerves. I hope I have enough yarn to last me. My poor spinning wheel was broken on the journey here. I don't think I can make any more. Shame too. Shame. I too am a weaver of sorts. Your wheel can't possibly be beyond repair. Could I take a look at it? If you think it would help, be my guest. There we go. As good as new. Few splints and some elbow grease and she's all ready to go. Oh really? Thank you so much. What can I ever do to repay you? I think together we should repay that stinking ram for causing this mess in the first place. I have an idea to knit him a cardigan he won't soon forget. Why, a special gift, that's a lovely idea. But it will need a personal touch. Some wool collected from those dim-witted followers of his should do the trick. Ram guards his flock like an ogre. You won't be able to get a single hair of them with him watching. That is a problem. Oh, unless you find his missionaries. Sometimes the ram sends out loyal sheep to spread the word. Why, I bet if anyone could find them, it's you. You found me after all. He spouts his gibberish to the corners of the world. Where are these missionaries? Nearer than you think. They usually travel to the docks, the graveyard and the market. And they won't have the ram's protection. I've got plenty of fleece here, but if you have something special in mind, just put it by the spinning wheel. We still haven't gotten any more of that fruit that brings you back here. Oh, here it is. I mean, I'll make one of them. Nothing in this is too like far apart. They've got portals in really nice places actually. The distance to each portal is pretty perfect. Let's see if there's any crypt crawlers that are very close to each other. Actually, this was a single target item again, so... I remember seeing one of the missionaries. There's one. Who's there? Show yourself with the name of Rama. I need to be jumpy, my friend. I'm just lonely old woman coming to grieve. Well, I thought you were one of those nasty ghosts. Usually this place is pretty dull, but lately there's been nothing but angry spirits. Glasses over his shoulder in a near panic. Oh, White the Ram sent me here. This place gives me the creeps. You scratch your cauldron in the thought as the sheep jumps at a nearby patch of mist. Looks like all I need to do is give this chap a good fright, and his wool will be mine for the picking. Need to go back and get some skeeters again. Feel like there might have been a better place for them. Yep. The skittish sheep nearly jumps out of his belt in horror. Now's my chance to shear his wool before he comes back to his senses. Quickly snip a handful of wool from his quaking body. Forget this, I don't care how hungry the ram gets, I'm going back to the flock. Okay. Next to the docks. Oh, nice free fishing line. Hey you. Know what stinks around here? Your breath. Maybe got back on the crabgrass. Ah, very funny. I'm talking about all these mismatched folk walking around here, around like disgusting individuals. Don't they care about unity at all? Are they lonely? Don't they want to be part of something bigger? How are they not full to the brim with the pure horror of existential dread? He lead the ship to spiral deeper into his own metaphysical pit. This fellow seems to be projecting some deep-seated issues. Perhaps if I give him a little push, he won't mind if I pilfer some of his wool. Bottled despair. Nice. Oh, almost got everything. Torrent of tears and a whirlwind of wailing, now contained in this easily totable form. Nice, and I can make it immediately. Sheep's eyes glaze over as he looks deep into his soul and sees only nothingness. What's the point of it all? I'm so alone. Poor fella, he'll feel better when the curse lifts, but it'll be too late for his wool. Snip snip. We just gave him this depression. You collect a clump of wool and pat the sheep on his fluffy head. The things aren't always so bad. Why don't you run off home to your flock? You're right, maybe I'm not so alone after all. Sheep wipes a dewy tear from his face and lopes off towards the village. They were supposed to be at the market. Okay, I can get here now. Excuse me, madam, have you heard about the ram? The one true leader? Oh, truly, I don't have time for this. Just look at all these clothing stalls around us. It's revolting. So many patterns, they make my eyes water with rage. I'll show you some eye-watering patterns, alright? Good magic show ought to set you spinning. Prestidigitation. Prestidigited deck recipe, whatever. Have a little look around this area. Oh no, I was here before. Yeah, this is the closed off area. Great offering of produced hits behold this effigy, but you glimpse a single telltale mark secreted into one of the baskets. Quick tug and the illusion is dispelled. Okay. Yeah, so we have one portal after these. Seems to be in a snowy place. We need skippers. Jeep goes cross-eyed at the blinded display of pure magical speculation as you shuffle the deck of enchanted cards. It's so, I can't see. That's right, keep your eyes on the pretty colors while I shear you bold. Before the sheep can recover his eyesight, you snip a healthy patch of wool from his backside. I can still see the colors even when I close my eyes. Out of my way, I can't preach like this. I've got to get back to the flock. Okay. Let's go back to the gargoyle. The 3 lots of wool taken from the ram's flock are most eager to please any hand that guides them. A metamorphosis elixir will really make these garments pop. Crypt crawlers walk the line between the mundane and the supernatural, and their silk holds the key to that boundary. Is the ram going to turn into a shirt or something? With all the goods at hand, you wave the black sheep over to the spinning wheel to get started. Bit stiffer than I'm used to, but I can work with this. She rolls up her sleeves and prepares to bob in. As the black sheep manages the wheel, you assist by weaving your own magic into the fibers as you feed them through the device. Dazzling colors of every hue shoot out of the whirling wheels, sending sparks dancing into the underbrush. Soon a large ball of rainbow tinted yarn is wound together. Oh, we didn't even have to use any dye. I could use your help anytime. She gathers up the yarn and admires it before handing it to you. The mesmerizing colors seem to dance across the threads. My thanks to you. I couldn't have done it without your skills at the wheel. Hey, you should think about returning to the village soon. Your little doggy friend was quite worried about you last time I saw him. Oh my gosh, I was in such a panic that I completely forgot about him. What about the ram and his flock? I'm a gunner if I go back there. You leave that to me. Color is the path to division, and division is the bedfellow of damnation. You twist the length of your multicolored thread into a makeshift lasso. The shifting colors make the thread appear to be alive. What nonsense, I'll just loop my magic yarn around each of these sheep and show them the world is more than black and white. Stopping in the middle of his sermon, the ram notices that his flock is no longer paying attention to him. The flock turns away from the ram's ravings, fully enraptured by the colorful thread. Hey, what are you fools doing? This is the black sheep's work. Wow, we just assumed it was ugly because the ram said so. No, you idiots, it's wrong. Have you forgotten everything I've taught you? Look at all these wild colors. I never knew wool could be so neat. Stop looking at the colors. Amongst the commotion, the voice of the black sheep pipes up. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you all appreciate my handiwork. Hey, kidding, this is the most amazing wool we've ever seen. Where can we get some more? Stop, listen to me. Oh wow, look at all these customers. We need to get that shop of yours up and running again. You're right. Oh my, this is also overwhelming. Looks like it's time to roll up my sleeves and get back to work. Does that mean you'll reopen your wool shop? We'll help fix it up again if it means that we can get more of these fantabulous colors. The ram swings his bronze bell harder and harder, desperately trying to be heard over the joyful celebrations of his flock. Oh my, what in the dickens happened? I guess he clanked that awful bell of his just a little too hard, gave his own head a proper ring until it couldn't take anymore. You glance over to the ram's empty soapbox. Fitting end, I suppose. Shepherd is nothing without his flock. You pick up the bell, but not a sound emanates from it. Something is muffled. You turn it over to look inside and find that the metal clanger is covered in familiar bristly white wool. The soul of the ram. Okay, then we have the cat and the fish. Excuse me, can you spare any seashells? I tried all along the beach, but everyone else always gets to them before I can. He points along the shoreline, where you see scores of fishermen digging in the sand. Every so often one of them discovers a seashell and rejoices as if it were gold nugget. Seashells, what's the big deal with seashells? The little girl looks down the dock to see a particularly large ship at anchor. See that big boat over there? My dad's the captain. He was supposed to come ashore and tell me about his adventures on the high seas like he always does, but he hasn't come out since they docked. So I tried to go and see him, but there's a grouchy sailor who says I can't go inside the boat unless I got seashells. So I tried to find some, but everyone else is trying to find them too. There's not enough left for me. Sounds fishy, alright. You stay here, little one. Let me have a chat with this sailor and get to the bottom of this. Really, oh, I bet he'll listen to a grown-up like you. I promise I won't move a muscle. Oh there, where'd you think you're hobbling off to? Hey, why I've come to visit my son. No, yeah, I ain't. The only family anyone on this top has is the sea herself. No one gets aboard unless they pay the toll in seashells first. What's a gold-brained swappy like you want with a bunch of dirty shells? Ain't for me. The captain got his own business with them shells. And I ain't one to question him. So either bring me your dues or cast off. Bring me seashells, the nice guy too. Ones that sound like the ocean waves. People here have a certain look. Leatherfingers find their way into deep pockets, now conveniently from a distance. Useful against villagers and fisher folk. Okay. Oh, okay. Need to get some of the thieves. Wonder how many they drop. Oh, mountain is the last area. Okay. Good haul. Oh, nice, they dropped two. I'll grab another one. Let's get some of these seashells. Okay, they dropped quite a few. Well, might as well grab a few extra then. I need them for the quest. Oh crap. They picked them right back. You hold out your collection of shells for the sailor to inspect. Ah, fine booty. Excuse me? Go on and take him to the captain. I'll see you're fairly compensated for your services. Oh. Damn. Dapper fish sits beside the hoard of seashells, obsessing over each one like a jeweler. He grabs the nearest one and runs his thin fingers carefully over the shell spines. Bringing the seashell to his lips, he blows a low, trumpeting note. Bulbo's eyes light up with hope, as if waiting for something to happen. An uneventful moment passes and he tosses the disappointing shell aside. Are you useless piece of flotsam? He grabs the next shell on the pile. This one, it's gotta be this one. I'm looking for the captain of this ship. The fish's eyes swivel at you suspiciously. Are you daft? Can't you see my big hat? I am the captain. You don't look much like the father of that little redhead girl with dogs. Oh, then you must be talking about my predecessor. Tragic, really. The fish shakes his head and blows sad bubbles from his pipe. He grabs the nearest shell and runs his fingers carefully over its spines. What happened? Poor bloke went overboard during a nasty typhoon. We tried to fish him out of the drink, but I'm afraid to say he's with old David Jones now. As his trusty first mate, it was my responsibility to take up his mantle. He adjusts his oversized hat with pride. Now you best have something for me, or else you wouldn't be wasting my time. You mean these seashells? The deckhand outside said you'd pay for them. The fish tears the shells out of your hands with such force that you nearly lose your footing. He brings the first shell to his lips and blows on it so hard that specks of slime go flying everywhere. It makes a pathetic squealing whistle. The fish slumps back down into his fat red share, tossing aside the shell with sharp disdain. Cursed rubbish, I'll never find it. Find what? If you're looking to pick up a musical instrument, you're sure going about it in a funny way. Never you mind for what, just bring me more seashells. He flicks an odd coin-shaped object at your feet. Great, more garbage. What's this? I just traded you a bunch of shells. It's the currency of the future. If you get in on the ground floor, you'll be richer than the Stag Prince when I'm in charge of things. So if you want to be set for life, you just bring me more seashells. I think I'll manage my own investments, thank you. Then we'll have to break the bad news to the child about her father. And dollar. Great. Did you get it inside the boat? Have you seen my dad? I'm afraid to inform you that your father was lost at sea. What? That's impossible. He's the captain, and captains never abandon his ship. Who told you that he was lost? Was it that slimy first mate, the fish? As a matter of fact, it was. Why? Of course, that explains why everyone is collecting seashells. He's trying to find a conch. He's swindling everyone in town just so they'll help him find a conch shell. It's not just any conch. My dad used to tell a story to all those who'd listen. One night during a terrible storm, a handsome young sailor fell overboard. As he sank down into the sea, a beautiful mermaid came to his rescue. She brought him back to the shore beneath the lighthouse. It was love at first sight, but alas they couldn't be together. She had fins and he had feet. But they made a special promise: whenever he missed her sweet voice, he'd stand under the lighthouse and blow an enchanted conch. No matter where she was, she'd hear the sound and come to see him. That way they could be together, even if only for a moment. Isn't that romantic? It's just a silly fairy tale, girl. But that crow's fish believes it. I bet he thinks he can make the mermaid fall in love with him if he gets the conch. They both got fins after all. And maybe my dad's still out there. Maybe he got rescued by a mermaid, just like in the story. Oh please, you have to find the conch before the fish does. It might be the only way to find my dad. If the fish has everyone in town combing the beach for this thing, what makes you think I'll have a better chance? Maybe they're all looking in the wrong place. The sailor in the story lived in a lighthouse, not the beach. I'm gonna go get some more of those heads. Check out the chest in the ship. Great. Someone better want this shit. Old lighthouse has seen better days. Although it towers high above the pier, the paint has faded and the windows have crusted over with layers of salt. The door refuses to budge. Rows of barnacles and coral seem to have sealed it shut. You put your ear to the keyhole and hear the unmistakable roar of the ocean inside. With your face close to the door, you spot words carved into the weathered wood. Lengthy babbling prose about love, loss and the sea. What terrible poetry. But mayhaps it's some forlorn magic left here by the old lighthouse keeper. Well, I don't have the time to go fishing for long lost keys. Good dose of love juice ought to be open up any embittered heart. Whatever the nature of desire may be, this is the instrument of unlocking. Need to go burn another dryad. Go catch a rodent. Maybe I should catch a couple of rats. They might drop something that I'll need in crafting at some point. The squirrels only drop meat and blood, I think. If the rats drop anything special. Damn it. Yep. That... okay, it dropped blood. Quite tidy considering. Must be a part of Cat's story. Oh, I need a deep one. I need this for that. More skipper scales. Word water. So much stuff for this. That should be enough. Painstakingly collected from the minuscule quantities secreted away across ocean life. Little more than a bomb to encourage fondness, but often that's all it takes. Okay, let's go burn a dryad. Okay. Rusty lock makes it sound like a sloppy kiss as you turn the key inside it. Wobbling and creaking, the aged metal hinges protest as years of crime dissolve away. The wooden door swings open to reveal a wall of emerald seawater. You can see fish swimming about inside, but not a drop crosses the threshold. Oh my, the entire lighthouse must be filled up like a bottle. You prod the salty aperture with your finger, sending ripples along the surface. Then, as if you pulled a stopper from a tub, the water begins to drain. Slowly at first, but quickly building ferocious speed, the waves cascade around you. You catch notes of trumpeting sound droning above the crashing swells. The music turns to a soft whisper as the last of the flood is sucked away, leaving the inside of the lighthouse damp and encrusted with stranded sea life. You bend down to examine the source of the drainage. Golden conch shell is wedged between the waterlogged floorboards. A lone singing voice can barely be heard over the sound of falling waves. You put the conch to your ear. It sounds as if an entire ocean is contained within it. Ah, what a marvel. I wonder if the mermaid will still answer its call after all this time. The child's story said to blow it out over the water under the lighthouse. Standing at the end of the pier, you blow into the conch. You feel a warm breeze pass through the salty waves and uplift your spirits. Crystal clear trumpeting note rings out from the shell and seems to still the ocean waters to a mirror shine. Sweet laughter chimes like a bell in response, and a shadowy shape approaches from the depths below. An enormous full-bodied figure breaches the stillness of the water, throwing her hair back joyfully and extending her arms out to the sun. She thrusts her body up onto an outcropping of rocks, splashing her long fin tail in the waves. Aha! As the mermaid speaks, her voice is operatic. My gift, lay silent for years, now sounds again sad music for my ears. My lover long gone, but the memory still sweet. I thank you for the nostalgia, what would you entreat? Looking for a man lost at sea, he was the captain of that tall ship over there. You point to the high sails looming over the docks. I don't suppose you've had any dealings with him? This man I have seen, though his fate is not known. Placed on a plank overboard he was thrown. Downward he plunged through, though not to the bottom. No, a great serpent swam up from the deep and got him. He was pushed overboard. That crabby fish told me he was lost in a storm. Did you see where this leviathan got to? Lagoon by the shore, a secret below. Send away the tides and the serpent will show. Keep that conch close, blow and I shall abide. I'll bring the strength of the sea to your side. With her song finished, she blows you a wet kiss and starts bringing her hair with a shiny, spiny seashell. Man, it's kind of nice to see a not like bone-thin mermaid. Can't say that I've ever seen one anywhere else but this game. This must be the place to blow the conch. You Take a deep breath and press the conch to your lips. The clarion call echoes across the rippling tide. You feel the waves swell around your feet, reverberating with the sound of the conch. The water disappears so fast that you are unsure if the tides are receding into the ocean, or if the seafloor itself is rising from the depths. When the water recedes, you look across the island to a yawning cave opening. From within you sense the steady rhythm of enormous breaths. Oh, crap. Ancient one, something very, very old. You can't help but shudder under the powerful gaze of the monstrosity before you. A booming voice sounds throughout the cavern as if you were in the very throat of the beast. Who dares enter my sanctum? I have come looking for a man lost at sea. The coils of the serpent shudder and wheeze. You brace yourself as the creature reels back and then unleashes a cough loud enough to shatter a mountain. Excuse you, have you got ill, Master Serpent? You landwalkers are all alike, forever throwing your refuse into my waters. I have been poisoned by your insufferable detritus. My stomach aches, my insides burn. What's the matter? Did you swallow something you shouldn't have? I have swallowed many things. You should not be here, land creature. No, you're not well, and I may be able to help you. Open up that gob of yours and let me take a look inside. Perhaps you have come to strike the final blow against me. Why should I trust you? You're being dramatic. I'm not going to hurt you, but if you don't let me take a look inside your belly, the sickness will surely fester. Doubtful, but perhaps I can humor you if you prove that you are a friend to the ocean. Answer me these riddles 3, only then I will trust your word, Landwalker. First of my questions. You pull my waters from the ground to quench your thirst. What manner of beast sits atop the well of your forest? Fish? You may bury your dead in the earth, but there's no escape from the call of the deep. Whose watery gaze watches over your graveyard? This one I don't remember. The serpent? The final question. Your landwalkers decide gold over all the things, but in front of your banking house, what creature rules with true happiness? Whale? Wait, let me try again. My mirror isn't the steel trap it used to be. This is a good place for these. I feel like there was a fish here, but I'll just make sure. Or were those all wrong answers? Yeah, that's a fish. Village bank. Wherever that is. Whale. Fish whale. Now just a graveyard. Graveyard portal. Mermaid. Fish, whale and mermaid. Those are my questions. Fish. Mermaid. Whale. The enormous creature rolls back its yellow eyes, bellowing with laughter. The laughter quickly succumbs to another bout of violent coughing. Here's my miserable body. Can I not even enjoy a moment of levity? It appears I was mistaken about you, Landwalker. You have proven yourself worthy of my trust. Beast opens wide its cavernous jaws, filling the air with a fishy stench. Enter, but heed my warning. Break your word and I will digest you without hesitation. Oh. Hi there. Oh, you don't tell me that overgrown eel gobbled you up as well. Come and warm yourself by the fire. We ain't got anywhere soon. We ain't going anywhere soon. You look at the throbbing red walls of the monster's stomach and notice the discoloration and spotting. The campfire smoke is surely the cause of the beast's ailment. Actually, I came here looking for you, Captain. How'd you know I was a captain? There's a little minnow waiting on the docks for her father. Oh, my little girl, my heart and joy. I promised I'd see her as soon as we anchored, but I never got the chance. Has it got anything to do with that fishy fellow captaining your ship? Raising his arms in anger, the man stomps his feet on the fleshy floor. The outburst causes the serpent another coughing fit, rocking you back and forth. That rotten son of a barnacle. We were just a few weeks from home when he conspired to mutiny. Ever since I told him the tale of the mermaid and her conch, he got this hungry look in his eye. Ain't never seen someone so obsessed. So he and the other bad apples jumped me in the night and tied me up. The rest of my trusty crew as well. Then that flopping flounder made us walk the plank into the briny deep. I was praying to Neptune and he must have answered my call. This great bloody serpent swallowed me up and saved me from drowning. Been stuck in here ever since. Can't seem to get out, but the fire keeps me from going all the way through the other end at least. So with that metal head of yours, you ought to have no trouble passing through without much fuss. That's what I needed today. Say, all that smoke is causing our host great discomfort. I'm sure you'd both be happier if you parted ways. How do you suppose we do that? Let me see what I can cook up with that fireplace of yours. If one were to build up enough irritants, the beast may be provoked into explosively expelling the source. Way out. Oh yeah, I guess it did swallow us. Or not just in its mouth or something like that. Cat hairball. quite a lot of stuff. Lovely. Oh no! Nice. Oh, there was a shortcut right here. Oh, it's in the village, not the market. Cat treat. Okay, there should be a dog in the village. Probably not that dog. There's another cat. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I need to go catch a newt as well. And the clay. go to the well for this. Nice. Do I have enough to make another skeleton key? No. We'll probably return to that gate. Can't remember, was there a mole that we needed to find as well? I can't remember at all. And that's everything. You set the smelly preparations beside the fire. You pile the eye-watering ingredients onto the campfire and fan the flames. Soon black smoke billows up and fills every nook and cranny with its stinking odor. Captain scratches his nose and stifles a great sneeze. Ew, that's quite a concoction. The serpent will feel more than a tickle in his throat. You feel a deep rumbling around the fleshy floor. Get ready to sail, Captain. We'll be out of here soon enough. You kick up the smoky coils, spreading the aggravating haze until a rumbling quake knocks you onto your backside. Landwalker, what of you? Captain leaps into your arms and the two of you clutch each other tightly as muscle contracts violently beneath your feet. Surging contraction forces you up and out of the serpent's blowhole like a gunshot. You shoot out of the serpent's cavern and clear over the lagoon. The captain holds you tighter than a life buoy as you sail across the blue sky. The tiny harborfront below grows closer and closer until the hulking mass of a ship rushes up to meet you. With a crash of splintering wood and rushing water, everything goes black. Oh shit. You regain your senses and get to your feet. Despite feeling a bit soggy, everything seems to be in working order. Behind you, the fisher's base of operations has been cracked open like an egg. Fishermen are busy rescuing shell-shocked sailors from the waters. Oh my, what happened here? You didn't see it. A great bloody cannonball came rocketing out of the sky and stove in the captain's pride and joy. Poor girl didn't even stand a chance. I've never seen a shot so powerful. I think all hands managed to get clear of the wreckage though. All hands, what about the fish? Buccaneer wipes a single salty tear from his face. He points to something familiar that has washed up on the nearby shore. You know what they say. The captain always goes down with his ship. It appears to be the Bicon captain's hat, last worn by the fish, waterlogged and shot through with splinters. You reach down to pick it up, but it flops on the sand like some beach sea creature. The soul of the fish. Okay, now we just got the cat. To go get some of that grain and milk. The miserable creature dips its snout to investigate your tasty dessert. Is this for me? Troubles me to see a benevolent beast afflicted by such melancholy, and the quicker that horn of yours works, the quicker we can sort out this mess. Throwing back its head, the unicorn swallows the old confection without even chewing. The spots on its back glow a soft lavender, and its hooved feet levitate off the ground for just a moment. From above, a thin sliver of sunlight breaks through the clouds, and sparkles of the unicorn's horn, momentarily blinding you in a dazzling flash. When you look back, the unicorn is happily wagging its tail at you. Its horn looks reinvigorated with a pearlescent sheen. That hit the spot. Looks like the old truth detector is working again. Well, what are you waiting for? Blast those fools. The unicorn lowers its horn and takes aim at the feuding shopkeepers. A long moment passes as the unicorn's body quivers with anticipation. Wait, I swear this never happens. My powers are all charged up, but none of them are actually lying. So they really did sabotage each other's businesses then. My horn will only be able to blast the lies out of someone who's truly false. As far as they know, they're each telling the truth. It means someone else must be responsible for this mess. Feuding shopkeepers run out insults to hurl at each other and all storm back to their businesses in a huff. I'll go investigate the scenes of the crimes at their shops. Maybe I can turn up some clues. Nothing here catches your eye, but a keen witch sees an opportunity for gold. This merchant is surprised by your offer, but graciously accepts. Oh. Okay. So if I didn't have coins from before. Wait, what? Among these merchants' wares, you spy a stack of charts that might be of use. Merchant's eyes you suspiciously but takes your money. Single jar. Oh. I need to deal with that goose first. Goose, perhaps the nastiest of birds. That insufferable baker. I'll tear his nose off the next time I see him. Settle down, Master Chandler. You're being viewed by a prankster. A prankster. It was that baker, I'm sure of it. I don't see no evidence to the contrary. You want evidence, eh? I bet there's a clue around here that will unveil the real truth. Get some evidence or get out. Very fine broom, but now is not the time for its coveting. Many rags, wax-soaked and otherwise. Failing to live up to its potential by being empty. Impenetrably technical, detailing far more about wax than a layperson could care to know. Wax granules, ready for candle making, but might they hide something else within? Back smells suspiciously of sulfur, and has a shipping address stamped on it. Pier 3 Imports Dockyard. Oh, nice. Make it till you make it. That oafish blacksmith just grinds my gears. I ought to give him a smack on the brow next time I see him. Master Baker, please. Settle down, you've been tricked. I very much doubt that. Only a fool would believe that story. Without any evidence. Fine, you want evidence, I'll get you some. The true criminal must have left clues around here somewhere. Well, have you got any evidence yet? Lovely bouillier, scored elegantly. Smaller loaves suitable for snacking. Open-topped barrel, decent for temporary storage, not as much for retention. Nice full loaf with nothing out of the place. Some sort of pumpkin loaf, looks delicious. Conspicuous urn, an out-of-place presence in such a bakery. Assumedly crane, but there could really be anything in this. Strange face doesn't look like it belongs to the bakery, and there's still some bugs and dirt inside. An inscription on the side reads, Harold Grimes, hanged under the old grape tree for crimes he never committed. Ugh. So, the cat took like maggots and stuff from a corpse That is disturbing. Well, we know what the hanging spot was for now. That blasted Chandler, I'll wring his scrawny neck. Calm yourself, Master Blacksmith. You're being played for a fool. Bad chance, only some hard evidence could ever convince me that it wasn't that blundering knave. Someone really has been sneaking around in here. There ought to be some clues left behind. Only evidence could possibly change my mind. Farm implement, a weapon of war, nothing to do with the cat. Just an empty bucket, who knows what the smith might use it for. Just an untidy lot of pig iron. Someone's been rooting around in here. Sharp and tidy, not a thing out of place. Full of cold coals, but only those. The fireworks have been hastily shoved into this gold barrel. Tag on the firework reads, property of Town Watch. If lost, please return to the village gallows. Hungry but unwilling to take any action to satisfy that. Hazy water, something lurks here beneath a cloud of displaced ocean sand. This is the shipping address for the sulfur crates, but you don't find anything incriminating. You do, however, spot something wedged between the watery piles of the pier. Something must have gotten knocked off the docks, or was purposely disposed of. Let's reel it up and take a look-see. Where is that fishing line? I can't see it. There it is. Very cheap to make. You fish out an empty sulfur tin with a wad of wet paper stuffed inside. Though the ink is running, you can still make out the loopy handwriting. Another brilliant strategy by the world's most brilliant strategist. That's me, the cat. If you're reading this, then be sure to write my name down in the history books. The sulfur smells so rotten it will put those candlesticks the Chandler makes right in the trash. You'll think the baker did it when I dust the shop with flour. Well then, this is a proof of the Chandler is looking for. What an idiot! Crooked fellow peers down at you as if you're someone else coming to make fun of his eternal predicament. You spot a piece of paper floating inside his translucent body. What do you got there? Don't suppose I can convince you to cough up that paper, can I? Sprinkle the exercising salts onto the ghost. He sputters and sneezes up the paper suspended inside his head before going back to swinging, as if nothing had happened. Looks like a piece of someone's diary. My best plan yet. These great bugs will make the baker's buns taste like embalmed eclairs. I'll just dump the dirt out of the stupid urn to carry them. Should be proof enough to convince the baker who the real culprit was. Peer through the slatted planks of the town's gallows. It doesn't look like it's seen much use recently. Space underneath it is stuffed with evidence storage and parade decorations, including a box of dusty fireworks. An errant note catches your eye, but you can't quite fit your hands through the wooden planks. But I'll need something thin and grabby. Pluck out the slip of paper from under the gallows. Looks like a torn notebook page, hastily stuffed in a crack, almost wanting to be discovered. If you're reading this, then you've no doubt been witness to my greatest crime spree. I, the cat, will be remembered throughout history as the greatest underground mastermind. The town flatfoots will never notice a couple parade fireworks missing, and that blacksmith buffoon will lose more than a few chest hairs. How arrogant. This proof ought to convince the blacksmith of the cat's involvement. Get some evidence or get out. Chandler's cheeks flush a bright red, stomping and shouting at the cat's confession. Why that yowling pest? That's my whole livelihood she's meddling with. You agree the baker's innocent then? Him? Looks like he didn't have a hand in this horrible crime, though his bread's still stale if you ask me. As long as you three put a stop to this ruckus, maybe we can put an end to this scratch after all. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that darn cat. She won't show her nose around here again, that's for sure. Well, have you got any evidence yet? Baker's brow arches in anger as he reads the cat's confession. That unrefined little urchin, how dare she tamper with my buns like that? You'll forgive the blacksmith then? Well, sure, doesn't look like he was involved in this at all. Splendid, if you three can get along long enough, we can bring the real culprit to justice. Only evidence could possibly change my mind. Man's beady eyes go wide with anger as he reads through the paper. Why, that no good cat, the whole market could have gone up in a big ball of fire. I take it you let Chandler off the hook. You're sure, looks like he wasn't involved in this plot, though I still don't care for his scandals much. Excellent, maybe with you three at peace we can get to the bottom of this. Now that these three fellows have cooled down a bit, I better have a chat with that plump purple pony to figure out the best way to confront this swindler. Oh joy, you're back. Did you find anything in those shops? It would appear your market is plagued by the mastermind schemes of the cat. Well, maybe not so masterminded, she did leave behind a bunch of clues for me to find. As though summoned a furry shape, some somersaults onto a nearby rooftop with flourish. I see you're a fan of my genius accomplishments. Well, you're in luck. Soon I'll have this whole village at my mercy. Quickly, your magic horn. The unicorn shuffles its stumpy legs to get a better shot at the monologuing feline. With a flick of her tail, the cat disappears, leaving only her voice cackling in the air. You'll have to be faster than that, slowpokes. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm not very maneuverable in high-pressure situations. Don't fret, we'll just have to make sure she stands still next time. Be able to concoct a tantalizing kitty treat strong enough to keep her attention. I'll set it up by that big statue there. You just get ready to fire. One of these toys. Soft burb. Uh-oh. Portal doesn't work as great. And some milk. The captain and his daughter are in a loving embrace. Oh, Dad, I just knew you'd come back. My sweet little sea star, I'm so sorry I made you wait for so long. Can you ever forget this old wash-up? There we go. Place down the scrumptious-looking cat treat and duck behind a pumpkin to hide. Within moments, you hear the telltale laughter of the cat over the market stalls. That's the best you can do. What do you take me for? Basic alley cat. You'll need more than a lump of garbage to catch me. By her lofty words, you see her eyes go wide and her tail flick as the scent of fish and catnip reaches her nose. I am the most sophisticated criminal underlord this world has ever... Hey, what is that? Tuna? You gave the signal to the unicorn, but see that the beast is still facing entirely the wrong direction. So I do everything around here. You slap the unicorn on its haunches, jolting it out of a daydream. But, alright, cat. Beast carefully takes aim, making sure to account for dragon wind speed direction. Alright, I've got her this time. By the light of the truth, I banish all lies from thee. Brilliant spark of rainbow light emits from the unicorn's horn and streaks towards the preoccupied cat. Oh crap. Where the colorful smoke clears, you can't see hide nor hair of the cat. Only a smoldering pair of fancy leather boots remain near the statue. Well, for a moment there, I thought all that talk about your magic horn was pure hogwash. I mean, usually it doesn't have such explosive effect. I only meant to expel the lies from her, but... I guess she was all lies. Didn't have a truthful bone in her body. Well, whatever the reason, I suppose she won't be blighting your market any longer. Yes, that's right. Can't wait for life to get back to normal. Thank you for all your help. You glance at one of the cat's boots, slumped over on its side. I better go gather her up. You pick up the smoking boots of the cat, a rainbow hue radiates off the leather. They smell strongly of feet and candy. The soul of the cat, though you suspect she may have 8 more lives left. You sense the souls of the fish, cat, rat and ram pulse with captive malignancy. Goat will be wanting to take custody of these 4, best not to keep him waiting. Okay. Goat snorts with delight at your approach. Wonderful, you've returned with more souls. These were even more troublesome than the last. I would be glad to be rid of them. If you would be so kind, bring them to the shrine. Then we will be one step closer to concluding our business together. Bronze bell. Clanging of the ram's bronze bell rings out in your ears, many voices chanting in unison, grabbing hands, trampling feet. The machinations of the cat unfold before you as her boots burn away before the shrine, pieces moving on a game board, cheats, laughter, lies. Sensation of the rat fill your mind, tiny feet scratching at crumbling walls, digging cold earth, snapping brittle bones, aching, stealing, hiding. You hold your breath as the salty feeling of the fish washes over you, the sound of creaking wood, jagged barnacles, crashing waves, fading light, betrayal. Your shoulders straighten as if a great weight is lifted from them. The maiden stirs in her sleep, troubled by fitful dreams. Only 4 more souls left until our contract is fulfilled. But I expect it has been a tiring day. Come, you should get some sleep. Yes, I could rest. Final 4. Step out into the morning mist and find a goat with a mouthful of grass. Terrible tasting stuff, I don't understand this creature's appetite. With luck you won't have to suffer the mortal whims of a farm animal much longer. After I collect the last souls you can go back to the void from which you came. Ah, the void can wait, you're much better company anyway. But you are correct, there is only one leg left to our journey. The final 4 souls have revealed themselves to me. Where are they this time? 3 linger in spaces you've already tread, the village, the market and the fields. Oh, not the forest well. And the 4th resides farther to the north on the cold slopes of the mountain. I will track them down no matter where they hide. Marvelous. Oh yeah, the hog was keeping that one place closed. We saw the statue of the stag. Hog in the fields, no idea about that one. Not the wolf in the village. I want to unlock these mountains. With the placement of the portal, I assume that we can get there from the forest. The swamp. Oh yeah, that's the troll. Into the dark wood. Okay, not yet. Maybe I need to complete the others first. I mean, this tag is supposed to be really... they're supposed to be like a king, I guess. Being into a raggedy shawl, an old panhandler holds a tin cup with trembling hands. Alms for the boar. You bow your head respectfully to the aged fellow, dropping in a coin into his cup. From under his ratty hood, the man gleams a silver-toothed grin at you. Thank you, kind miss. Penny for your thoughts, old-timer. I'm afraid my thoughts are a little muddy as of late. Can't seem to recall what day it is, or when the last time I ate was. Last I remember, I was working at the old hog farm with the other unfortunates. Not quite sure how I ended up back here on the streets. I've had more than a few memories abandon me as well. Hey, I must have left a few of my things behind on that farm. Misplaced my boot and well, I can't remember what else. I don't suppose you'd do me a kindness of taking a look around the place for me. I'm not as spry as I used to be. At the hog farm, you say? Guess it wouldn't hurt to take a peek. Maybe they have a lost and found. Bless your heart, I do remember that you'll need permission to get through the gates. Those hog sisters run a tight ship. You'll have to go talk to the big hog who runs the butcher shop here in the market. He'll set you up with a work slip. Shopping block. In any other place, this would be a horror game. Chopping through a hog of meat with gigantic lever, the surly-looking swine merely grunts at you when you approach. Excuse me, I heard that you were the one to talk to about getting a work slip. That's what you heard. Well, you heard wrong. We got enough good-for-nothing workers. Now buzz off. As at the halo of flies buzzing around the big scalp. Listen, there must be some way to get a slip. Well, I am running low on ingredients to make the summer sausage, and none of these nincompoops can hold two thoughts in their heads. Tell you what, you get me the things I need and I'll give you your precious work slip. You push the basket of eggs towards the hog. She holds each one up to a candle flame and oinks in apparent satisfaction. Roast beef and skipper scales. You plop the sweet-smelling hog down onto a relatively clean section of countertop. Big grunts in acknowledgement. Okay, now I need 2 crab traps. Juking that deepkin like crazy. Oh, that's the wolf there. We can get started with them as well. Huntsman. I can have it. What do they mean too young for the tavern? I'm plenty big enough to go in there. Hello there, child. What are you so perplexed about? Child, I'm no child. I'm a fierce, full-muscled man. He puffs out his tiny chest proudly. Oh, that must explain the little patches of fuzz on your chin there. His cheeks flush red in embarrassment as he tries to reassert his dominant facade. Hey, it's rude to stare. Anyway, I just shaved. I knew I should have let my beard grow out more. The crotchety old barkeep says I look too young to go into the tavern. What business do you have in a dank place like that? A lad like you shouldn't be wasting his allowance on ale. I'm not wasting I don't get an allowance. I'm a brave hunter. Or at least I will be soon as I catch my first quarry. What exactly are you hunting? Only the biggest, baddest beast of them all. The wolf. So he's an assassin in this world? Do you know how many houses he's blown down, not to mention all the missing maidens? Missing maidens, you say? No one knows that treacherous dog has a sweet tooth for pretty damsels. He lures them out into the Darkwood so he can gobble them up. Ah, there we go. So that's what the Darkwood is for. The town god's too scared to help, so it's up to me to put a stop to this terror, and he's inside that tavern right now. Shame there's no minors allowed. Let me have a look at this feral fellow and see if he's as bad as you claim. Well, I guess I'll just post up here until he comes out, then I'll give him a taste of my blunderbuss. A thirsty gargoyle. Oh fuck. And the Red Riding Hood stuff continues. Oh, but is it the 3 little pigs mixed in as well? You find a wolf looming over a frightened looking barmaid. Come on, Red, why don't you join me for a midnight snack? It is. I already told you I can't. I've got work to do. I'm sure your boss won't mind one bite. I mean bit. Don't make me beg now. Please, I really have to get back to work. Ah, but you're just so delectable. A real feast for the eyes. This feels weird. You accidentally tread on the wolf's tail. Oh, excuse me, sir. He jumps up with a yelp and spins to face you angrily. Yeah, watch where you're stepping, you old hag. Terribly sorry, I couldn't tell you apart from the dirty rug on the floor. He bares his fangs at you menacingly. What did you say to me? While the wolf is distracted, the young maiden slips away and disappears into the gloom of the tavern. Now look what you've done. Where'd she go? He shoves his way past you to go prowling around the bar. The huntsman's tale rings true. I better find that barmaid. Where that barmaid got to before she becomes dinner. Oh fuck. You see the maid's red hood poking out from behind a wooden barrel. Oh, it's just you. Thanks for helping me out back there. It was getting a little cramped. Hard enough serving meat all day, but you have to deal with that slavering wolf too. Just seem like the relentless type. Are you alright? Just a bit rattled. I was ready to smash a tray over his snout if he got any closer. But I'm sure that would have landed me in hot water with the boss. The wolf's turning over every table and bar stool trying to sniff you out. Great, I guess I'll just hide back here and reorganize the storeroom or something. I admire your self-preservation, but maybe there's more permanent solution to this problem. I know a young huntsman looking to prove himself. Perhaps we can lure the wolf outside and deal with them there. Sure, but how? You can help me out a spade, because I'm dumping dog food. Doubt that Matt can see very well in this dingy place. Might be able to fashion a convincing enough likeness to trick him. You eye a nearby coat rack. That ought to make a good starting place. Well, whatever you're gonna do, do it fast. I'm losing out on tips. This old gold rack ought to serve as a solid frame. Won't need much to fool the wolf, but the enchantment will take a special touch. Key to my hut again. You take stock of the bits and bobs needed for sewing together a convincing physique. There should be enough spare racks in the storeroom for ample stuffing. You won't need much to fool the wolf, but the enchantment will take a special touch. Okay. I need some dog hair again. Oh, let's go collect this stuff. Be a cow right here. No? Or was it at the marketplace? Oh shit! Thought they dropped a skeleton key. Didn't even notice. Or maybe I got it stolen from me. I don't know, I don't remember any thieves being around that area. Need some more sticks. Twine. Might as well grab a couple eyes of newt while I'm here. Mark the range on those. Okay, got the talisman. Need some fireflies I can stock up on sticks while I'm in the forest. Grab some embers from here. Maybe go down the well and grab some clay. Then I gotta get a deepkin. Deep one. Get another trap trap. I'll have enough for the pig. Water. More water. Okay. Oh, the other way. Tap the key and hear a lovely tone. This will power the puppet's heart and give it a romantic allure. If this is to survive an attempt on the wolf, it will need all the magical assistance it can get. You place the last stitch on against the mannequin's doll-like smile. Its plump head hangs against the coat rack, no livelier than a reed in the wind. Are you sure this will work? I know the wolf doesn't have the keenest eyes, but he's no fool either. You grin underneath your cauldron and extend a gnarled finger towards the red hood hanging on the coat rack. It will work just fine, my dear. A hound relies on his sense of smell more than anything else. This spare cloak of yours will complete the illusion. You throw a hood over the puppet's form and utter a dark curse beneath your breath. A great tremor passes through the building, shaking its foundation and making the lights flicker. An eerie light fills the room, illuminating the puppet's body. Its head cocks ever so slightly to hold you in an unsettling gaze. It's alive. A masterful automaton. I had better deploy this puppet out of the wolf's sight. This back room should do fine. Then I'll simply walk it over to that salivating carnivore and strike up a conversation. Oh, there was some water here. Wow. Guide the puppet on its invisible strings and bump into the wolf. Well, look who's come back. I knew you couldn't hide from me forever. You contort the puppet in a flirtatious twist and blow a kiss from the doll's stitched lips. Really say you and me get out of this stinking tavern, eh? I'll take you up to my place, let you simmer in the moonlight. You do your best to make the puppet flutter its eyelashes seductively, but the lids get stuck halfway. Thankfully the wolf is paying too much attention to its hunger to notice. Don't be shy now, I'll show you the night of your life. It'll be a real treat, I promise. The wolf caresses the doll's Curl up cheek with a clawed finger, grinning from ear to ear. The barbed returns his affection with a vacant button-eyed stare. I've just got a few things prepared. Meet me at my cabin in the Darkwood, just north of the swamp. A very dangerous road, so don't think about running off. But don't worry, I'll be watching you every step of the way. You know, to make sure you're safe. He licks his chops enthusiastically. Lashing his bushy tail back and forth, the wolf struts out of the tavern as if he had won 1,000 gold coins. Pilot the door back to the storeroom and it collapses into a bundle at your feet, ready for its next assignment. You did it. The wolf is finally out of my hair. Thank you so much. Maybe I can finally get some work done around here. But I didn't hear a gunshot from our brave huntsman. I best go see if his ambush went awry. Take care, my dear. Don't let the dogs keep you down. The young hunter is practically shaking in his boots when you find him outside the tavern. I couldn't do it. I brought that wolf right to you and you chickened out. What kind of hunter are you? Did you see him? He's huge and hairy. He gave one look at my little blunderbuss and howled with laughter. How am I even supposed to scratch that monster with this beauty pop gun? It's like you need some better ammo. As I recall, wolves have particular distaste for silver. By Abraham's beard, you're right. What I need is a silver bullet. It'll take some cooking, but it can be done. Oh. Okay, I need to go to the mountain for this. Tell you what, you get me the things I need. Your fishy catch still flops about, gasping for water, but the hawk puts a stop to that with a hefty cleaver. Head up to the market and go northeast and give this to my sis at the gate. The smell of hot dung ought to guide you to that spot. I can hardly contain myself. I'll go contain yourself at the hawk farm before I lose my temper. He slaps a work slip down on the table. Crumpled ticket is flecked with blood of butchered meat. Oh, soporific meat. You'd always look around the NPC, they always have a chest. Or usually have a chest nearby. Helps you with the quest. Still no idea what to do with those damn sand dollars though. Well, no one gets into our hog farm without a work slip. And if you want to work for us, you gotta fit the demographic. What demographic is that? Kinda don't ask so many stupid questions. Now you got a work slip or not? You hand over the slip of paper and the hawk squints at it with her big little eyes. You don't look like you can lift a wheelbarrow, let alone last a good day's work. You're nothing but skin and bones. I've got the work slip, don't I? So let me in. Fine, fine. It's no bacon off my back if you've had yourself face down in the mud after your old heart gives out. It's hard to say whether there's more mud or half-eaten food in here. Seems something has come between these folks. This gaggle of workers appears to be squabbling over something. Hand it over, I saw it first. Bad chance, you've already got those good leg wraps while I'm still going barefoot. Give it here. You see the object of their contention, a dirty old boot. That must be my friend's forgotten piece of footwear. The workers ignore you and continue fighting over the pathetic prize. Elf shoes and growth potion. Gassy pig. This blooded swine stinks even more than the others. Decent for temporary storage, not as much for retention. There are source of water here. No. Loves filth and doesn't care who knows it. Need some more fireflies. Okay, that's enough for the shoes. Need some milk. Bug eye core. Okay, I forgot what I was making. Growth potion. Grab the water from here too. Few eggs maybe. There we are. Oh yeah, I forgot the digestive tablets. Flush out the disgusting container, eventually getting to the root of the drainage problem. Something small and metallic plops out into the muck. That's odd. I doubt any of the pigs around here have had much dental work done. Silver tooth. Put down the minuscule slippers. These won't be big enough for anybody. The workers ignore you and continue fighting over the pathetic price. You pop the cork on the growth potion. You sprinkle a couple of carefully measured drops of the growth potion onto the tiny shoes. They make a sound like popcorn and burst into a size much more accommodating to human feet. The bickering workers look over the source of the noise and their eyes go wide. Hey look, are those new shoes? Probably the old boot in the mud. They rush over to try on the new footwear. Check it out, they got jangly bells on the toes. Nice. And I can make that immediately, good. Not the biggest either, the sick swine eagerly gobbles up the antacid you offer it. You hear a bubbling sound coming from the big stomach and decide it's best to avert your eyes from the horrors of the natural process. When you look back, the pig has fallen asleep in the mud, looking much happier with its state of being. You turn your attention to the aftermath and gawk at the obvious cause of the beast's indigestion. Large bone sticks out of the filth. You sort through the collection of objects you've accrued, a silver tooth, a human bone, and a chewed boot. I'm not sure what happened in this horrible place, but I've got a suspicion that old beggar may have lost more than just his memories here. Better go see him, he'll be missing his boot, at the very least. Oh shit. So some of the pigs have been eating people. Ah, you've returned. Did you have any luck finding my, what was it I lost again? Place the collected remains in front of the man. Do any of these look familiar to you? Oh, that's my favorite boot. I was wondering where that got off to. Well, what are these? The man runs his finger over the bone and silver tooth with creeping realization crossing his face. His skin begins to take on ephemeral pallor. Oh. Am I dead? Would certainly appear that way. Don't feel too bad. These sort of things have a way of sneaking up on us. But I remember now. I was up at the hog farm, but I was too old, too weak to work. The sisters, they said I was useless. They threw me in the feed row. And then all those hungry pigs, oh no. No, how could they do this to me? All my life I was starving. I had to beg for table scraps. And then they feed me to the pigs. I'm very sorry things ended this way. We ought to hold a feast to honor your life properly. Feast? I've never had a feast. Where would we get the food? And who would come? Everyone I know is slaving away for those horrible sows. You cast a glance at the nearby communal cooking pit. I think I have a solution to both of those problems. Don't you worry, I'll make sure that you have a meal to remember. The pit has seen its fair share of community cookouts. Though it isn't in the best shape, it will be enough for what you have in mind. Now then, what should be on the menu? You clap your hands together hungrily. I think pork would be most appropriate. First I'll have to fashion the proper container. A feast need not flesh and blood, if the spirit is hungry. Was in effigy. There wouldn't happen to be a stick anywhere. Nice. Okay. Let's check if there's a better place for these heads. Oh, I think it might be that spot with 2. That's the best. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, then just a bunch of wicker work. Let's try going to the field with the twine. Oh yeah, this place looks like there's a bunch. Pleasant. Not entirely unlike a chicken, though to the aesthetic preference of some. Oh. Nowhere near enough sticks. Oh fuck. Need a hack shroom. One more stick. Nice that it remembers the last thing you were crafting. Tiny pig form, suitable for children's play, among other things. No, it's at the marketplace. First I'll have to fashion the proper container. A feast need not be flesh and blood if the spirit is hungry. Set the tiny false creature among the ashes of the cooking pit. It wriggles and squeals with impotent hunger. Time to fatten up this little piggy. I'll start with the smallest big sister, but I'll need to collect something special to bind her spirit. Small pig switch. It's going to be so fucked up. No, I didn't even notice them before. You can hear the randy swine squealing even before you see her. Holding her crop high, she busies herself admonishing a cluster of poor workers. I ought to feed you your useless rumps to the meat grinder, you filthy mongrels. Do we pay you the work or the sleep? You recoil from the taskmaster's lashes. You don't pay us at all. Hey there, you seem to have gotten an awful lot of use from that grotty old switch. What would you say to a trade? What, a trade? I've had this whipper ever since I was a wee suckling. No way, no how. Am I giving up my precious little flog? Lash Master 2000. That rat tails. Yeah. And another pumpkin shag.